What's up, Taurus? Welcome to the channel. Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. So I'm going to jump right in. I'm doing August monthly read. This is going to be a general read for you guys, so I really hope that this resonates with you 100%. But if it doesn't, just look for what you were guided here to learn and leave the rest for somebody else on the channel. So this is the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition deck, which I'll be using to do your general reading. I do hope you enjoy it, and feel free to comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know how you're doing. Love to hear from all you guys. And please remember to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. That helps keep me going, grows the channel. And right now I'm just doing a call for donations to you guys. You know, if you find yourself coming back and you're enjoying the videos, every little bit helps. Thanks so much. I do have a PayPal link down below in the description box. So, whoops. I do struggle with this deck because it's quite big and I have little hands. So I feel like one more shuffle and we'll get going into your reading, see what's going on for August 2019. I'm going to do a deck cut. And we'll start your reading off with that card. I'm gonna just put it face down until I'm ready. See, I just like brutal shuffles with this deck. Okay, beautiful. Let's get going here. Got the Devil card, you guys. So the Devil card can represent having, you know, some not so great habits going on around you. You know, this could be anything from indulging in too much sweets to watching too much TV, or like somebody really struggling with an addiction. So when we see this, this is the universe's way of saying, yeah, you might want to just ease off the gas on that one. I don't think... Like, if you've ever been addicted to anything out there, I don't think people realize how hard it is to let that go. Because I think bad habits, they come up as a way of dealing with things that are not going right in your life. And then they slowly turn into the thing that is not right in your life. So it can be very difficult and challenging. So, but let's just see what else the cards have to say before we get too carried away with the Devil card. But you can just clearly see that, you know, it's being chained to something. It's not, you know, you could be even addicted to a person in your life. You know what I mean? So you've got the Seven of Cups here. So the Seven of Cups, this card urges you to narrow your options down a little bit. I'm really getting the sense here that this is dealing with a person or persons. Yeah, I'm getting just some preliminary flashes of what the cards are saying here. Could possibly be to do with trying to impress other people. Sometimes at the expense of yourself. Interesting. Okay. Let's get another card here, guys. So we've got the Three of Coins here. So the Three of Coins is the alchemist, being able to create your own reality. I think that many of you out there might be a little bit adrift from where you are. I'm actually seeing that you might not be doing as well as you think you are. There could be a little bit of a shiny, glossy layer over your current reality. I'm seeing here that some of you, you're worried about what other people are going to think about the way you live. So you're trying to impress people, and you're just taking it to a different limit here. It could be like really maxing out your credit card or your sense of self-worth. And that's why the Devil card is here, because you don't need to do that. Honestly, if your current reality isn't acceptable to the people that are in your circle, then why are those people in your circle? Just ask yourself that question. Here, I just have to fix this light a little bit. It was going right in my eyes. Okay, so I hope you guys can see the cards okay. So yeah, but you can create your reality here with the Three of Coins. You don't have to fake it, because you can make it. So I've got the Hermit card here for you. Honestly, you're going from the Devil to the Hermit. So what I'm seeing here is there's a bit of a performance going on in your life. It's kind of like a circus, what I'm seeing here. And it's exhausting you. And it's costing you here. So you're being invited with the Hermit to draw back into your own reality and sort of do some sort of reassessing. Like, what's the deal for you guys? Like, why even bother doing all of this, right? Like, I don't think you even get it. Let's keep pulling cards. I'm seeing a lot of like confusion here, misperception. It's not mine. You know, I'm picking up on some mismatched thought processes. But you do have the Six of Swords here. So that means that if you guys have been really struggling in any way, it will be lifting for you here with the Six of Swords. In traditional tarot card decks, this is depicted by a character in a boat, like moving towards another shore, you know? So this is going to end for you, but it's going to take some really tough, hard looks at yourself. And, you know, this is the kind of reading that not very many people want to sit and listen to. So if you're still sitting here, I really appreciate it, because this is going to take a little bit of a hard look at yourself. And if you are here, maybe you're just ready to hear this. You know, maybe you just need a little bit of a word of encouragement, because I'm seeing that what is happening here with this, like, sort of a false sense of reality, I think you're doing this because you want people to like you. Like, I think your motivation is not really selfish. I think it just, you need to maybe find a different group of people to hang out with that will value you for yourself. And that's why we have the Three of Coins here, because you can start building a different group for yourself. You know, instead of hanging out with people, or, you know, where you're just keeping up with the Joneses. What's that ridiculous movie with Jim Carrey? You know, where him and his wife, they're trying to keep up with everybody else and they just go flat broke. I see that this is, you're kind of headed towards that. And if it's not your bank balance that is being affected, it's your emotional bank balance that is being affected here. So the Hermit is like, okay, it's time to maybe spend some time just doing a reality check and see what's really important to you. Is it trying to impress people that, like, what if you didn't have the money to go and hang out with these people? Would they ditch you? And if they ditch you, would that be the worst thing in the world? You know? That's a double-edged sword right there. Feeling like you have to be a completely different person to hang out with a group of people that don't even know who you are. So when that realization hits, if your friends don't know who you are, do you know who you are? You know what I'm saying? And that's where the Hermit comes in, because the Hermit, you can sit and kind of look at yourself in all honesty and realize that, you know, you really are enough. You don't need to break your bank, you know, break yourself to hang out with people, you know, or try to connect with a romantic partner. You know, if somebody's going to run the other way because you don't have a certain style of shoes, or, you know, X amount of dollars in the bank, or you don't drive a car, or you don't have a car, I mean, geez, why are you putting value in that? Like, where is it? You know? And what is it leaving you? Probably going home and even feeling bad about that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's killing you from all angles, you know? Let's keep pulling some cards here, you guys. So you do have some really good cards here too, especially after starting with the Devil card, because that one, honestly, that usually makes people like do a full body cringe. But you have the Star card here. So you really are able to change your life around and find people that value you for who you are. You know, because you have, this is a really uplifting and positive and a genuine card, and it's more who you are. You know, you're not this person over here that wants to be chained to people that don't value you. You know, you want to be with people that really have the same sort of high spirit and integrity and self-respect, and really they just shine bright from within, you know, as opposed to needing to be covered in name brands to feel good about themselves and kind of turn a stink eye on people that show up wearing like Walmart brand. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think this is really can be very, for those of you who are parents with children, that your children could be going through this, because it's very difficult with social media for people not to get caught up in the name brand game. And I know this really particularly, it does affect children, because, you know, I had kids and they always wanted name brands, you know, so that they could fit in at their school or whatever. And I just didn't think that was necessary. Excuse my reach. You know what I mean? It just wasn't, I just can't figure out the camera angle here. I just wasn't into that. First of all, I couldn't afford it, you know, and I just didn't think it was necessary. So I'm seeing that going on here. If this is not relating to you, it could definitely be your children, and maybe you need to spend some time alone with them and have them really have a look at what is going on, you know. So we have the Knave of Wands. So the Knave is a page. So you do have some sort of message coming in. This is generally related to work. So you might be getting a wage increase or something like that. You could be getting a promotion with the Knave of Wands. It could just be somebody that is very kind and has these really really sweet and genuine qualities about them, like somebody that is very caring, and you know, they just want all the best for everybody in their life. For some of you parents, like, this is you and looking out for your child, but there's some sort of message coming in. I'm really seeing a dynamic of like a family dynamic. Some like single parents, it can be really difficult to provide for your children in the way that they think is socially acceptable, and for them to understand that people that reject you based on the kind of shoes you wear, they're not even worth your time. You know, they're not really worth you looking at them. You know, I think it's, if you want to wear a name brand, I just want to clarify that statement. If you want to wear a name brand and you can afford it, go for it, but also don't look down on somebody because they can't afford it. It's not in their budget. So I'm seeing a little bit of a dynamic here for parent and children. It can be very difficult when kids start to get into teen years, actually, you know, and schools are tough, man. Like, kids get bullied over just the smallest things. So yeah, I do see some of you parents having to approach this subject with your child, right? So I'm gonna pull one more card here. Here's the Death card. So the situation, it needs to come to a hard stop. You know, this sort of putting your own values to the side to try to impress somebody else. Whoops. Well, that's on the floor. I'm not picking it up because that's just going to be a whole thing right now. So imagine the Death card here. You have the Death card and the Devil. So it's like whatever this sidetrack thing is, it really does need to come to a stop. And you see here, you've got all kinds of support from your spirit guides, from the universe, to make this stop, and an intervention for your children if they're facing this. Like, there's absolutely no shame in being on a budget and wearing, like, you know what, I can't stress that enough. You know, guys, let me know if you were ever on the receiving end of snide comments because you couldn't afford the right thing, you know, the right kind of phone or the right kind of shoes. And if you have kids that are becoming aware, like, it's usually the, you know, preteen and teenage years, it starts creeping in there. So it's something to be really aware of. And kids don't like to talk about that stuff too. So that could be why the Hermit is here too. Your kids could be just isolating themselves. They might be talking about money a little bit more. How can I make money? Why don't you make more money? You know, so there's a really good opportunity to talk about what's really valuable in people besides how they clothe themselves, or, you know, that kind of thing. Kind of an interesting conversation to have going into adulthood. Like, what is a valuable quality in a person? Is it the jeans they wear, or is it what's in their heart? So, and they might not understand it right now because things are such a competition, right? So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you, Taurus, right now. I'm seeing some of you having a kind of a challenging parenting dilemma coming up. Some of you could have, you know, not known that, not had that conversation. You know, what is more valuable in you, and that people that, if they don't value you as for who you are, then they don't really deserve a place in your life, you know? So yeah, interesting read for you guys, like very hits home. So I hope you guys were able to get something out of this video. Let me know in the comments if this resonated, and I hope everything turns out great for you guys, because I'm seeing some hurt feelings in here. So I just really want to see that things turn around for you with the Six of Swords and the Star and the Knave of Wands, and that everything gets better for you. So take care of yourselves, guys. We'll see you back next time. Bye for now. Bye.